Now welcome in the management at BLS International. Mr. Agarwal, MD at the company, is now with us. Sir, US is increasing the visa processing approvals. All the other various countries which had roadblocks are now putting it on fast track. Can you just talk to us what's really happening as far as US and other arms are concerned?
See, actually, I'm in Davos right now for the World Economic Forum, and we can see the encouragement in the tourism sector. It is back in full swing. There's a lot of crowd here. So countries like US and all other European countries, which have tourism as a big portion of their GDP, now post-COVID have realized they have to open up, the visa numbers. They need more people coming into their country, spending money for their hotels, for their restaurants. So that is the reason, all the countries have opened up a visa appointments for tourists traveling into their countries.
Shikhar, wanted to get a sense from you that not sure if you have too much exposure as far as the user visa approvals is concerned, because that is where the spurt of demand is. Is there any arm which has an exposure to that as well?
We process the tourist visas and some certain long-term categories. So definitely there has been an increase in numbers. Post-COVID, we are seeing that in countries, for example, India, in the month of June and July, we had seen an increase of 30 to 40%. Overall, only barring a few countries which are still semi-closed, Russia and China, which are also expected to open soon. We have actually seen an increase in numbers in our application count in the categories that we process.
Talk about numbers. You had a target of 2 lakh visa applications per year. We are already through with almost 9.5, 10 months of the year. What's the track so far?
So see, in 2019, we had processed 11 million applications and then COVID had hit. So definitely this year has been quite encouraging. We have already, crossed 9 months and we have already I need to check the numbers, but I think we've crossed more than 7 to 8 million already because certain countries are still closed. But I think the year is going very strong and we're expected to close the year on strong numbers.
Just tell us that, first when the reopen happened, which was in 2022, you did see a great amount of demand coming in across the board. How do you expect 23 to be? Will that demand continue in terms of approvals for visa, in terms of how things are happening on the tourism and business side, or you expect it to be a normalized year?
No, definitely. I think this year itself, we have seen a big jump, from COVID level. And now I feel the consumer cycle and the pattern has changed. If you see the ticket prices, the hotel prices have all increased to a new price level. So next year, we are in fact very, very bullish on next year. We see a big jump in numbers compared to even 2019 level. World will be fully open. If countries like China and Russia also numbers come back, then definitely I think we can do more numbers in 2019.
More numbers meaning what? 1,500 to 2,000 crores on the revenue basis in FY24?
This year, we've already closed 2 quarters with the PAT at a level which is probably at the similar level of the entire year of last year. So, definitely we will have a good increase this year in terms of revenue and profitability. Going forward next year, definitely, from the existing contracts, there will be a growth because, revenue from those countries which are still closed will start coming in. On top of that, the new contracts that we have won for the Germany government, the Portuguese and other governments have started to now roll out and numbers have started to come in. So definitely we'll see an increase push from that. On top of that, the new additional contracts that we have bid for, which is opportunity worth $1.5 to $2 billion, some of those will start materializing and be operational in next year. So definitely we'll see a good jump in revenue and profitability of the company.
This pipeline of $1.5 to $2 billion is something that you have been talking to us about for a while now, that there is this renewal opportunity which is there. When will it actually fructify? When will this reordering and renewals actually happen?
So I think we have already started, getting revenue. We have already started winning some of those contracts from those opportunity. Like, for example, the Germany contract that we have won recently, that was part of that opportunity. Certain other opportunities, the results will be announced probably first quarter of the next financial year. So that is when we will get to know all the results.
Okay, and just before we let you go, Shikhar, a quick word as far as the cash pile is concerned, because you're sitting on a heavy pile of cash. What's the deployment plan? Are you looking for some acquisitions?
See, as you know, we have already done 2 acquisitions in BLS till now. In the last 3 months only, we did an acquisition worth 135 to 140 crore, in which SBI is also shareholder, because of which we have become the largest bank correspondent in India. We are definitely looking at, companies in the visa outsourcing sector, some regional players, and also companies in the e-governance sector. So definitely, the effective utilization of this cash will be in acquiring companies and also deploying this cash in contracts that we win for the infrastructure setup that we have to do globally.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time for us. Good to get perspective from you.